Namaskar. Welcome to Tantra Thoughts. This is part 2 of As You Think, So You Become, a tantric commentary on the law of attraction. In the last video, we talked about how thoughts give your mind a general characteristic. The more subtle your thoughts are, the more subtle your mind is. Just like the more crude your thoughts are, the more crude your mind becomes. The law of attraction encourages you to think in order to attract something. So for example, if you want a Mercedes-Benz or you want $1 million in the bank, you should be thinking that you own a Mercedes-Benz or that you have $1 million in the bank. Now, is that an effective tactic? Yes. In Tantra, we follow the yogi proverb, as you think, so you become. So there's no denying that before anything is manifested, it's first a thought. My point here in this video is not to disprove the law of attraction, but only to caution against some things that are often overlooked. If you start ideating or thinking about $1 million, your mind will become $1 million. In my previous video, Meditating with a Mantra, I talked about how your mind takes the form of whatever thought it's thinking. I said that the mind is a psychic thing that has no physical form. Rather, it takes the form of the thought that it has. So if your mind becomes $1 million because you're always thinking about $1 million, that's a limited thought with a short and crude wavelength. Now let's say that you're not a very spiritual person, and your goal in life is not to become one with infinite consciousness. If nonetheless you're using things like the law of attraction, you're probably using it to attract something that's going to make you happy. Now, that's perfectly okay because we're all searching for happiness, and some of us are searching for infinite happiness. But we should never confuse the objects of our happiness for happiness itself. If you get that brand new car, yes, you're going to be really, really happy. But the car itself is not happiness itself. Your brand new car only triggers happiness. Happiness comes from within and is always there inside of you waiting to come out. On the other hand, if you're a spiritual person, then ideally the most dominant thought in your mind is your mantra. If you're a tantric spiritual person doing tantric meditation, you have a Sanskrit mantra, that should be the most recurring thought in your mind because you are meditating every day, twice a day for half hour, an hour, or something like that. So you see, a tantric yogi doesn't ideate on cars or material objects. They ideate on the one who created cars and material objects and the entire universe, because that one is the source of all happiness and bliss. That's what I recommend for you. Use the law of attraction to attain infinite consciousness. And from there, you will attain all things. Now, I have to give 2 disclosures before this video ends. Number 1, you shouldn't be trying to cheat your way into getting $1 million by, trying to attract Parama Purusha first or infinite consciousness first. You have to be sincere in your practice. And the second thing I want to say is that I'm not suggesting here that you need to live a life of meagerness or suppression. The Buddha tried that. The Buddha tried to reach enlightenment by first becoming an ascetic and punishing the body and things like that. He discovered that that's not the way to nirvana. He found the middle path. Life is meant to be abundant, and you are meant to enjoy the universe. But do not make your mind the things of the universe. Make your mind the essence of the universe. Make your mind that infinite consciousness that is the source of all happiness and bliss. So thanks so much for watching this video. Namaskar. Baba Namo Kevala, Baba Namo Kevala.